It's been 1.5 weeks since Joss went back to Mexico, and now this is the first time since 3 or 4 years that we're back in a long distance relationship. Now, in the last couple of years, especially in the last one, we have been together pretty much 24/7, all the time. So you can imagine that this is now a very big difference. It's not easy. Okay, that was probably a little bit much. I'm obviously not crying the whole day.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so here's what I think. Long distance relationships suck. That's not a question. But it also doesn't make sense to just sit around and be sad the whole day. So what I'm trying to do is to keep myself busy. For example, I'm editing our videos. This one is gonna be the next. Then I'm working on new products for our Natol business. And recently I started watching a bunch of videos on how to invest money. And with that, you can spend pretty much weeks. Those 3 things are already enough to keep myself busy from the time that I wake up until Joss wakes up in Mexico. It's now 2 p.m., which means in 1 or 2 hours Joss is waking up in Mexico, and usually the first thing she does is texting me or calling me.
Hey.
Hey! Say hello to the world!
Hey. My mind like that.
So, I'm talking to Joss now. You're out. Tschüss.
Okay, so I'm done talking to Yannick, and now I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna brush my teeth, I'm gonna get ready, because today I'm gonna go have breakfast with a friend of mine in a local restaurant here in San Luis Potosí, and that's pretty much it. Okay, I'm done having breakfast. It was very delicious. It was very nice. Usually after breakfast, I work on the computer or I go to the workshop to figure out if everything is good there and what I need to do in the office. But today is Saturday, so I'm just gonna go home.
Hey.
So, it's evening in Germany, and this is usually the time when we talk the most. And now you can join us because we want to tell you how has it been for us and how do we feel.
Welcome to our time together.
Wow.
So, how has it been?
Yeah.
Well, actually, should I look at the camera or should I look at you? I'm so confused.
I don't know. I don't know, super confusing.
So, Yannick, how have you been doing?
I've been doing okay, to be honest. We're both busy, so we're distracted most of the times. And I know it's not gonna take that long. Instead of thinking about the negative, I'm thinking about the positive, and I'm looking forward to us seeing each other again.
Yeah, that's always you somehow. You're always thinking about the positive. And I tend to be a little bit more negative sometimes.
You know, there's one thing that I find pretty interesting. Back then, at the beginning of our relationship, we Skyped from 4 to 7 hours a day. We had so much time because we were both students. We had so much more free time.
Yeah.
And actually I skipped a bunch of classes and we both slept very little sometimes. But now, this time, even though we're only Skyping 1 or 2 hours a day, I feel so much better and safer in our relationship.
Oh, interesting about like our relationship not working or something.
Yeah. And contrary to the opinion of some people that left comments on our last video like, oh no, you shouldn't have gone back to a long distance relationship. Your relationship has an expiration date. You're not gonna make it. I have no doubt that we're gonna make it through these 1 or 2 months of long distance relationship after everything we have achieved in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I also felt like, what the hell's wrong with people? Why are they being so shady? Well, it was not many, to be fair. It was like 2 comments, but of course those 2 comments get to you, no? I also think it was like that because we are speaking right now like 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day. And for a lot of people, that's already a lot of time. Like there's some long distance relationships that don't even talk every day.
Yeah.
And they talk every week or every 2 weeks. But it makes sense that for us, we were talking so much more back then than now because we were getting to know each other. Like we were trying to know another person and get to actually know who they are and how they work. But now, I feel like I know you in sickness and in health. There's not much that I can talk to.
There, we have nothing to... Okay, long story short, we have nothing to talk about. We're just done here. And we know everything about the other. So what's even the point of talking? Right now, it's all just physical.
No. No, I mean, there's nothing that's gonna make me not want to be with you, you know?
Yeah.
There's nothing that I don't know about you. Well, there's not much that I don't know about you already.
How have you been?
So for me, it has been fine actually. Better than expected. Well, it's weird because the fact that we are doing better than back then and that we are less scared or having a better time, I guess, doesn't mean that we don't miss each other because I do miss Yannick a lot. There has been already like a couple of days. It's usually in the evening that I get very lonely because my dog passed away a year ago. So back then I used to have at least my dog to keep me company. My parents are working, Yannick is sleeping, I'm just alone at home. And that's when the feelings hit.
Yeah.
That's when I started listening to Ed Sheeran, you know, Bruno Mars.
Yeah, making it worse. Nice.
Making it worse.
The good thing for you is when you're having breakfast, I'm awake and we can talk. But
Yeah.
that's the time when I'm alone here in the house. Waking up with you feels way better.
Yeah.
And I'm having breakfast by myself. And it would be so much fun to watch a series with you on Skype or so.
Yeah. You miss me in the mornings, I miss you at night.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pretty funny.
All right, so I would say Joss and I will keep talking in private, if you know what I mean.
We're gonna watch a series, weirdo.
Yeah, and after that, I'm gonna go to sleep. So Joss is gonna do that video from here on, and I'm gonna say goodbye already. Goodbye. Adios, muchachos. Cheers.
Okay, so Yannick is sleeping and now it's just you and me. I thought it would be a cool idea to show you what the rest of my day looks like, but to be honest, it's not that interesting. It's pretty boring. I'm just here alone and working on the computer and things like that. So I thought maybe it was a better idea, even for myself, to reflect on the positive of this situation, no? To try to turn it around. So I thought it would be nice to talk to you about the things that I'm excited to take on and the new hobbies or old hobbies that I wanna visit again during this time that I'm alone. Firstly, I wanna get back into painting. This is something that I started doing during the pandemic, and I'm not a painter. I don't know if I'm good or not. I literally have no idea what I'm doing, but I really enjoy it and it really takes my mind off of like the stress of life, you know? So I think it would be nice to start doing it again. And I really want to choreograph because I have so much like creative energy in my head that I want to bring out in that art form and not just in like YouTube videos. So hopefully there will be more dance videos coming soon, maybe to another channel. I don't know if to this one, but we will let you know. And lastly, and more surprisingly, I want to start taking singing lessons. I know, you're probably thinking, Joss, you're already an amazing singer. We've heard you 1,000 times, killing it. No, I don't know. I think I'm not that great. Like, I want to learn how to sing since forever. Not to become a singer, like, per se, but just to be able to, like, go to a karaoke night and not feel ashamed of the way I sound. you know? I never want to sing in front of Yannick, like for real. So now that I actually have time alone where nobody can hear me but my neighbor, and I don't really care if my neighbor hates my singing or not, I think it's a great opportunity to start taking lessons, maybe online classes, and see how I do. If you want to hear me sing, let me know in the comments. I really don't know how this part of the video looks like because I am having a hard time with this camera. I don't understand it as good as Yannick, and I feel pretty weird sitting here on my own. Usually Yannick is here next to me. Oh, makes me feel a bit sad to think about it. He's always helping me with the camera, even when I am making my personal videos for my own YouTube channel. It feels a bit awkward. Long distance relationships really, they suck. I'm not gonna lie to you, they really suck. I actually hope none of you are ever in a long distance relationship, but for some people it's worth it to go through it. So if you happen to be in a long distance relationship or in the future you are in one, I want to tell you to hold on. Most of the times the wait is worth it. Actually, we made a video a few months ago where we talked to couples that have defeated the distance. It's one of my favorite videos in the whole channel. I watch it all the time. So if you want to watch it too and get some inspiration and feel a little warm in your heart, then check it out. We're gonna leave it somewhere here. I'm gonna continue with my day. I'm excited to talk to Yannick again tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.